Okay, we're down to multiplier. Number one, horse 30-1 on the morning line. Picks up Joel Rosario. I don't really like him as a jockey. I'm just going to say it. He likes to come from off the pace, and that's never a good thing, but he is a good match for this horse who also likes to come from off the pace. So he projects to be way back here. That's his preferred running style, from off the pace. And he does have a good late kick. Has won 2 races in a row. Beat a horse named Hedge Fund in the previous race in the Illinois Derby. That's coming back and running in a race. I'll just show you real quick. He's running in this race, the Sir Barton Stakes. The Hedge Fund's running in that on the same day for 3-year-olds. You can see the purse structure. It's $100,000 versus this one's a $1.5 million purse. So the point is, he really didn't beat much in this race here at Hawthorne, the Illinois Derby Grade 3, with the purse inflated from their casino earnings. Another thing I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. So we come down here. Let's dig into multiplier. And his first maiden special rate, he got a major closing favoring flow from DRF, which we can see right here with that big bold C. Fast early pace according to everybody. 3 next out winners. All 78s, 1 on the turf. He grinded it out, which apparently is grinded is not a word. See there? But anyway, he grinded it out at the fairgrounds after the early speed collapse to get up for 3rd as the favorite. Would like to have seen more as the favorite. I watched this race as well, and he ran decent. It's tough to break your maiden at 8.3 furlongs in your first outing. So he comes back and tries again 30 days later. Got bet a little bit, Brian Hernandez, and ran solid here. So had a fast early pace from Timeform, Moss, Ambrose pace ratings. It was slow to average late for both Moss and Briss. And there was only one next out winner, which was him when he threw an 83 Bauer in his next race as the favorite. So he could not put away a first-time start in this race called Super Tappet, who did go off as favorite in the race, to be fair, but still he got outgamed. That horse came from off the pace as well and couldn't win. So that wasn't impressive. So he comes up here, earns a little better Bauer figure. It was an average pace. So the comment said he had strong urging. I watched the race. Urging wasn't really that bad, but he found his friends in this race, and that basically means is he was facing very weak competition. He went off as the favorite because nobody else in here was any good. They all had Bauers lower than 76, and he threw an 83 to get in here and to pick up his win from off the pace. And it wasn't a pace collapse, so that's good. So then comes into the Illinois Derby, a Grade 3 event. Catches a slight closer favoring setup, which is just the lone C as opposed to the circled C. And, it was an average pace, only one next out winner in the bunch who threw an 88, which was some horse, he won in an allowance at Churchill Downs, not that important. All the horses in this race, none of them had run faster Bauers than in the low 80s. So, that's why he got bet a little bit. He had an 83, and so he fit. He got a good setup here, so it flattered him. So he popped a big 94 Bauer. But Thorograph wasn't sold on it because they recognized that he saved every inch of ground. You know, one wide and one wide on both turns. He was on the rail. Got a run similar to what Looking at Lee got in the Derby. It's a similar running style to Looking at Lee. He's going to try to save all the ground on the rail. So the one hole is probably a good spot for him as well. He doesn't have to worry about getting over to the rail. Whereas Looking at Lee, number 9, is going to try to, you know, he's going to shoot on over. It's not a huge deal. Here's where the starting line is, so he'll have plenty of time to get over before that first turn. Looking at Lee is a horse that I like better as far as closers go. So, just briefly, let's see. He earned a 94, a 104 Briz, which is a big number. Compared to Looking at Lee, who earned a 98 in the Derby, a 91 in the Arkansas Derby, 86 in the Southwest Prep. And here's Multiplier. So that's a full 4 numbers slower than Looking at Lee, who has much better seasoning. And as far as closers go, I definitely would want him over Multiplier. But let's dig in here a little further. He beat Hedge Fund in this race. Hedge Fund set the pace in the Sutherland Derby and then faltered. He passed the final 3 furlong test very well. He was running very fast at the end of this race with the closer favoring Flow. You can see his times here. 12, that's under 13. Together, that's well under 38. Timeform US, who takes into account pace into their speed figures, gave him a low figure of only 108. Where you can see compared to the others in here, you know, Cloud Computing earned a big figure, so he's going to get bet. 123, Always Dreaming. Yeah, I mean, he's much slower than these on all the other scales. Beyer kind of blew it up because of, you know, he got the setup, saved all the ground. Beyer does not account for ground loss. So he ran a decent figure. I'm going to say that he could get up for third if, you know, it's horse racing. They're chaotic events and things can happen. So I'm going to say no better than third, though, for him. And, you know, I'll include him in the trifecta and superfecta underneath.